Hi, I'm Yasmin Fernandes and I welcome you to my world of cooking in What's Cooking Man? To choose your subtitles, go to the upper right hand corner to the setting button and switch on the captions and choose your language. Hi everyone, today we are going to make a very favorite dish of everyone, and that is mutton Xacuti. This is a very famous dish in Goa and is loved not only by the Goans but also the people who come to visit Goa. So let's get started. For this, I have taken half a kg of mutton which I have cut into medium sized pieces. Also quarter cup of coriander leaves, 1 chilli, 10 flakes of garlic and 1 inch of ginger to grind to a masala. Also, we will require some salt and just a quarter teaspoon of turmeric. Now, we also require 1 coconut which has been grated, 2 onions which have been sliced, and in the masalas we require 5 Kashmiri chilies, 5 local chilies, 1 teaspoon of peppercorns, 2 inch of cinnamon, 3 star anise, 2 pieces of mace, 3 badi elaichi, a small piece of nutmeg, 15 to 20 cloves, 4 pieces of cardamom, 2 tablespoons of coriander seeds and 2 teaspoons of fennel seeds. 2 teaspoons of tamarind paste, oil, fresh coriander and 2 onions which have been finely chopped to make the gravy. Now let's get started. First we'll put in the coriander, the ginger, garlic and chilies. This will be used for marinating the mutton, and we'll grind them to a very coarse paste. Do not use any water, just make a coarse paste. Now put this paste onto the mutton pieces and also add in some salt. I've added around 1.5 teaspoons of salt and a quarter teaspoon of turmeric. Now let's mix all this together well. Mix the masala well with the mutton pieces, and then we'll be keeping the mutton aside to marinate for about half an hour. So let's cover the dish and keep it aside for half an hour. Half an hour is now up and we will pressure cook the mutton. So add in about 2 tablespoons of oil, and once the oil is hot, put in the mutton which was marinating for half an hour. And let's saute this on a high flame for about 3 to 4 minutes. That's it. We don't require much time, just 3 to 4 minutes. We will now add in just a little water, say about a cup and a half. That should be enough. And we will now just give it a quick stir. Put on the lid. Also put the whistle on, and we will pressure cook it for 4 whistles on medium flame and then 15 to 20 minutes on a low flame. In the meantime, let's roast our masala. So all the dry masalas which I had mentioned in the plate, we will now roast on a medium-low flame. Please keep the flame medium-low so that the masala doesn't get burnt. No oil is required over here. We are just going to dry roast the masala. There, our masala is done, and we shall empty it into a plate and keep the plate aside to cool. Now, in the same pan, we will add about a tablespoon of oil and add in the sliced onions. These onions have to become translucent and change their color slightly. So let's saute these onions till they slightly change their color. Also add in a little salt at this stage. As you notice, I'm adding the salt as required at every stage. Keep sauteing and the onions will soon change their color. There. The color has now changed and it's time to add in the coconut. I've grated one fresh coconut which we are going to use for this recipe. Now on a low flame, keep sauteing the onions and the coconut till the coconut changes its color. Whilst I am sauteing this, the cooker has finally given its fourth whistle and we are going to make the flame very low and cook it for a further 20 minutes. Let's continue, and there our coconut and onion mixture has browned really well and we will now keep it aside. See how lovely it is, and the aroma is so fantastic, I can't tell you, really it's fantastic. Now the masalas have cooled, so first we'll dry grind the masalas, the dry masalas, just to a coarse powder. We do not need to add any water at this stage, just grind it coarsely. Just blitz it on and off and get a nice coarse masala like this. Now, to this coarse masala, we will now add in the other ingredients, that is the coconut and onion mixture which we had browned. So, empty all the mixture all together into the jar. We have to grind everything together, so just take it at one shot into the blender jar, and at this stage add in 2 teaspoons of tamarind paste. If you don't have tamarind paste, use whole tamarind. Now we have to add water just a little at a time. Totally I am going to use around 2 cups of water, but do not add the water all at once. Add it in small installments. Little at a time till we get a very smooth and fine paste. So continue grinding, and there our paste is almost ready. As you can see, we've got a wonderful smooth paste. Let me show you all the texture. There, can you see how wonderful it is? And at this stage, I can't tell you, the aroma is so nice and the paste has become lovely. Now let's get on. Let's open the cooker and check if our mutton has cooked well. It's cooked wonderfully well, and now we'll just give it a stir and keep it aside. Now in a pan, we will heat some oil, at least 2 tablespoons of oil, and to the oil we will add the 2 onions which we had chopped finely. Again, these onions have to be sauteed till they change their color slightly. So let's keep sauteing. Also at this stage I will add a little salt. Like I told you, add the salt as required at every stage. Keep sauteing till the color changes. We are almost there now. They've turned translucent and the color also has changed. So at this stage we will now put in the masala. Just look at that, fantastic. Give it a quick stir and just saute this masala with the onion for just about 2 minutes or so. That's it, not much, till you get a lovely aroma. The aroma is already lovely. This recipe is really good, you all must try it. Very delicious and nice. Now, once the masala has been sauteed, we will now put in our mutton which we had cooked in the pressure cooker. So gently put in all the gravy along with the mutton and give that a good stir. Now mutton Xacuti is supposed to be slightly thick. So just add in very little water now. The water which was the masala water which was in the blender jar, I am adding that. And now just give it a quick stir and we'll cover it and allow it to come to a rolling boil. This won't take long. The whole house is filled with the aroma and everyone is just waiting to have their lunch. Fantastic. Just look at that. It's boiled really well and our mutton Xacuti is ready. Let's garnish it with coriander leaves, which will give a very good flavor to our Shagoti, which is already really wonderful. And now let's serve. So share this recipe with your family and friends. And of course, as always, do like, share, subscribe. There, just look at those pieces. They are so well done. Yummy. Look at the gravy, the texture, everything, the color, the texture, everything is just perfect. Mutton Xacuti can be had with roti or with bread or with poi or even with rice. So do try this recipe and let me know how you liked it. Thank you so much for watching.